luz de luna para mi noche triste, para pensar mi vida, la ilusión que me trajiste, para sentirte mío, mío tú como ninguno, pues desde que te fuiste.
I took piano lessons for quite a long time, and then I got on the organ, and then I got the accordion, and I got into that one.
No he tenido luz de luna.
When I first met Dave, really cool sunglasses, and he plays the keys. He plays a lot of music on his own, but he had wanted to get more connected with other people, with musicians in a band, and getting out there and doing what musicians do. So our first step was to look for an ally in the community that really had an interest in music. We found Randy through an ad that he had placed looking for people to jam with.
Hey, my name is Randy Glenn. I've played across the country from Vancouver to Yellowknife to Saskatchewan in lounges. Well, I was fortunate to meet Dave through an ad in the View magazine. I put an ad for jammers, and I think Ben was the one that answered the ad and said he's got a guy that plays like Stevie Wonder. I said, hey, I got to meet this guy. So I did, and that's where it started. And we immediately started playing together and having great times and enjoy each other's company. Okay, now we're going to go make music.
The pilot project we've been working on the last little while has been called Recruiting Allies Within Community. We played with the words a little bit, so we call it the ROCK project. Recruiting Allies Within Community, and community with a K. When we talk about the ally part of recruiting allies in community, what we really mean is those people that are within a group that know what's going on and that are friendly and welcoming. Those allies have the potential to really build the bridges.
I'm just working up an appetite here on the freeway. Boy, these trucks are slow, especially when you're hungry.
The allies, the basis for their connecting with the persons we're supporting is that not that they have all kinds of credentials, but that they have their passion for the interest, the passion for music or karate club or Star Trek or whatever it may be.
Lots of musicians come down there for breakfast.
That's the basis to help build the bridges to other connections and relationships within that group and within the community.
ROCK is it's an innovative little tiny pilot project to look at different ways of recruiting different kinds of people.
So how's breakfast going down today?
That was pretty good for $5 and whatever it is.
No, $2. And now we go in and we got to win it back from the machine. Yeah.
We want to play with some ideas that are kind of outside the box, outside typical bureaucratic ways of thinking about how we might find some people to work with us that are already really embedded in community, people who didn't necessarily want to be our employees, but who would be interested in being an ally to one of the people we support.
We'll go to Sherwood Park and play at Clover Bar Seniors Home. What are you going to play for them, Dave, on the accordion?
Anything they want to hear.
Anything they want. Hey, that's a good answer.
The road that'll take people into community and out of clienthood and out of living on the margins, of community is if we're able to think about what they love to do.
The time that I've known David, one of the #1 barriers was just kind of not knowing exactly how to connect him. Knowing that he had this interest, that he was looking for an audience, like he had a very precise goal of what he would like to do, but it would just be hard to find opportunities for him to play. I know that since David moved out and has teamed up with Randy, that he has been a very busy man. And, I'll call over to see what he's doing, and he's having a piano lesson with Randy, or learning new music for one of their upcoming gigs, or they're going to play a show, or they're going to play at a dance. It's definitely been a really positive influence for David.
We get into the things like the chipmunks, which is always appreciated.
You know why they call it a chipmunk? Because it's the monkey that has the chip taken out of it.
They complement each other as musicians. They're both into old-time type of music. Most of the songs I don't even recognize. It's kind of even pre-Beatles stuff, but this is something that actually Dave really likes, this style of music, and so does Randy.
I get bored playing by myself once in a while, so I thought, well, when I had something different to play with, it'd be maybe more exciting to play in a band and get our own band going. And we got our own band going, and it went, and then I went off without a hitch. And
I really appreciate Dave when he comes to the church jam. We do that about once a month. And there's a keyboard there. He can play that or bring his accordion.
David has met a lot of musicians at different jams, and everybody welcomes him. They're really friendly towards him and accommodating. They ask him what he can play and what he wants to play next. And he's met a lot of friends that way.
As a rock, recruiter of allies and community in this pilot project, we would look at a group like a Star Trek group or whatever it is that the person is interested in to try to connect them, basically advocating in a way and really showcasing the gifts and the strengths of the person that we're there on their behalf. So that's the bridge. If you can connect people that share the same interest, I mean, that's the root of how real relationships and friendships develop.
We're in the park today, Coronation Park, and we just love to entertain all the people in the park. So we're going to do the Teddy Bears Picnic.
They go out and play gigs in lots of different places. Randy, his professional gigging job is around playing in seniors' homes and support places and things like that. And he's introduced Dave in that way to take on this valued role of being a musician. And this is valuable, and this is also, Dave giving his gifts in the community.
It's been 1 year now that Dave and I have been going to musical things and sharing breakfasts and concerts, jams, and anything musical. And as far as the future, he's a good friend now, and I sure don't want to lose him. So I hope that we have many more years together of going to jams and spending musical time, plus eating. That's one of our favorite things. We're in the park today, Coronation Park, and we just love to entertain all the people in the park. So we're going to do the Teddy Bears Picnic.
no, we just did that.
Again. What do they do with old Volkswagens when they get old and rusted?
What?
They take them to the old folks' home.
It was very good.
You got a name for the band, David?
Jacks.
A pair of jacks.